Yo, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy King Jacquel Martin. We're back with another episode of Whispering to Your Soul. Listen, I told y'all, man, for some reason, God just keep blessing your boy. I got somebody all the way from Broadway. You hear me? Like, not just on Broadway, but taking over Broadway. And if you don't know about it, you're about to find out right now here on Whispering to Your Soul. I am here with the one, the only entertainer, singer, writer, actor, Mr. Corey Mekell. What up, boy? Get in. We outside.
Get in there, man. We out here.
Yeah, I mean, I gave him a little small bio of what you do, but, you know, give him a breakdown of a little bit, you know, of everything you do, Corey.
Oh, man. Yeah, everything you said. Singer-songwriter, artist. I've written for quite a few faces. I think that you're familiar with. We got the Ushers, the Chris Browns,
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The Amber Rileys, the Jordan Sparks, Snow Allegras, Claudios. Yeah.
Shout out to everybody on the list. Because I know y'all gonna see me later like, why didn't you say nothing? You feel me? So let's break down the origin, because like a lot of people know that you've done things with Omarion as far as singing, things like that. We know you're taking over Broadway, you know, doing David Ruffin and other different characters that you've done.
12.
Right? Which is amazing. Yeah. But let's get to the origin, because people see where Corey Mekell is. You got a new song out, you know what I'm saying? It's going crazy. Interest is going crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Check it out.
stream that. But let's get to the origin, because people might see where Corey Mekell is and be like, wow.
Yeah.
But they don't know the race that you ran to actually even be in the position that you're in today.
Man. Yes,
and
indeed.
the position you're in today isn't even the final destination of where you want to be.
Not even close.
So let me ask you this, Corey. How did you even fall in love with music, bro?
It's been a tall tale that my mother tells me ever since she was pregnant with me. She told me, she tells everybody this story. That
Okay.
When she was pregnant
Shout
with
out to
me,
Mom.
Shout out to Mommy.
Yeah.
Hey, breast cancer survivor, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Just got that news last week. Oh my gosh, that's my girl.
Love.
But she tells the story about when she was pregnant with me, she used to watch music videos all the time.
Oh.
And when she watched the videos, like I would kick to the beat.
Yeah.
And she said she knew then, like something was different with this seed here. And when I came out, anywhere you would find a group of kids and one's missing, who was always me.
Yeah.
You would find me with my ear up against a speaker somewhere, just listening to music like 24/7. And then my grandmother, she kind of honed in on it and just helped polish it as I grew up.
Yeah.
And so that's what started it all.
So first of all, shout out to the family.
Yes, indeed.
And that's a message that I want people to understand in that. And that is when you nurture the seed, when you take care of the seed, not when you try to make the seed what you want it to be, but when you actually pay attention to the gifts and purposes that God actually put in this seed.
Come on, man.
And then you water this seed for the seed being this seed. Because a lot of times we want our child or our seed to relive our old highlights.
Oh, wow, that's good.
Right?
That's good.
And then we don't water the seed for the potential that it has. We try to force the seed to be something that it's not.
That's good, bro.
You know? And so a lot of times as parents, we become the weed to our seed. You know what I mean? And we're so busy trying to push our own narrative that we don't pay attention to water the narrative of what we have in front of us, right?
True. So true.
Example is my son wants to be an F1 race car driver, and I want him to play football. But I had to move out the way of football to nurture what's in front of me. So for your mom to pay attention to you while you were in her womb.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Never looked at it like that.
For your grandmother to pay attention to your mother, you feel me?
Yes, indeed.
And then to pay attention to, okay, let me check out my grandbaby and how he moving.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we're all gonna go all in on this. Way before the world got to see Corey Mekell.
Way before.
You got to be Corey Mekell in the womb. You feel me?
Absolutely.
And you know, they said God already knew you before we ever got a chance to meet you. So they got to water exactly what God gave to the earth. And now we're looking at the results. You know?
Love, bro.
Because right now you're going crazy. And people think it's easy, but it is, because you're just doing what you've been doing since the day you were born.
That's facts. That's true.
Yeah. So big shout out to the fam for that. Did any of them do music? Did grandma or mom ever do music?
My big mama, what we call it, you know, back in the day, she did. She was the mother of our church and could sing her face off.
Yeah.
My mom, she'll tell you all day long, I can't sing a lick. I don't know where you got that from.
Wait, Taylor skip one generation, like I said? Yeah.
She got to hop right over. But that's what happened, man. And I've been in love with it ever since.
Okay.
Man. Like in love, bro. From doing like plays in school to singing in weddings around the neighborhoods. And most people don't know this either, but fun fact, I auditioned. I got my church to sponsor me the year Fantasia won.
Wow.
American Idol. I auditioned for American Idol.
Big shout out to the sis Fantasia. That's an
Yeah.
exclusive right here on Whispering to Your Soul.
Yeah.
Would you say, because I know you grew up in church too, did that help nurture some of your style and passion and rhythm?
I was the president of my youth choir.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And just really understanding, like, even like now, like when I'm on stage and stuff, and like if mics go out, or we have like different little technical mishaps.
Talk
and stuff
about
like
it. Come
that.
on.
That's why I take it back to.
Come
you
on,
know what
man.
I'm saying? Like, because once upon a time, we didn't have the mics
Yeah.
and the speakers and all of that.
Yeah.
It was just claps and feet. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And let's harmonize with each other. You know what I'm saying? A couple of tambourines here and there, we
Yeah.
can figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's always going to be like the root of foundation as to why I can continue to still be able to hold my own, even if things go left. You know what I'm saying, on stage. That was the origin. That was the beginning.
Listen, are y'all catching the gems? Because maybe I just listen different, but the struggle was the preparation for the future. So in the future, it wasn't a struggle because he prepared for it a long time ago. So he learned how to do mic checks. He learned how to fix the mics. He learned, hey, if we got to go a cappella, we could do that. So he learned the adjustment in the beginning. It might have been frustrating. You know what I mean? There might have been times where you got mad, but how it prepared you for where you are now. So when other people don't have that type of preparation, you're able to take action when other people are lost.
Every time.
Because it's oh, this ain't nothing new.
Yeah.
We used to do this at,
that's what we do.
at choir practice, choir rehearsal.
No problem.
Yeah.
No problem. Yeah.
So the lesson is that there's a blessing in the struggle, bro. There's a blessing. So stop crying about preparation because you never know how that preparation is going to help you in the future. You know what I mean?
Come on now.
So writing, you started diving into writing.
Yes, indeed,
Okay.
man. I've written with a lot of great people, man.
Okay.
Wow. I'll tell you one person in particular.
Okay.
Like, when me and him got to writing together once upon a time, like, and I was just excited to write because, bro, it's cold. To this day, still doing his thing. Shout out to Eric Bellinger.
His birthday just passed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just did his birthday. Shout out to Eric for his birthday party. Yeah.
And
Vibes.
I was on the road. But I got to writing with him a while back. This is before, like, he became Eric Bellinger. Like, thankfully, I met him before who he is today.
Yeah.
But we started writing. We met through a particular artist at that time. But I started, like, just, like, coming up with some random stuff. And he was like, hey, before you start the pen, if you not going to be able to want to listen to it later, don't write it, bro. He was like, you have to make sure that you understand, like, once you start that pen, it's something everybody is going to want to listen to.
Right.
If you're not going to want to do it, don't write it. He was like, go for what you know off rip, but make sure that you're serving and feeding yourself to your audience.
I love that.
I was like, whoa. But when I took it like that, it was like, okay, wait a minute. Just because I find it as a tune in my head for a second, if the randomness person can't, like, throw this on and just, like, blast at free will, like, that ain't it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he really gave me a gem to be like, hey, listen, if you know everybody not gonna bump this, don't even start it.
I love
From
that.
that point on, it just snowballed into me being in a lot of great rooms. Me watching him with Usher, like doing his thing there, like
Shout out to
just
Usher,
taking
too.
a lot of different, nuggets from a lot of people, and then turning that into what I'm able to service as my
I love that.
gift and contribution.
I think that's dope, right? Because when we make films, everything doesn't make the final cut,
Truth.
right?
Yeah.
How does this serve the film? Right?
Yeah.
And if it doesn't serve or if it's not moving the audience, is it needed?
Yeah.
So we have to learn how to trim the fat,
Come on. Yeah.
right? So how did you start learning how to trim the fat in certain songs that you write? Or say, you know what, this isn't for right now. Maybe I could take this portion and something could, manifest later. How did you learn how to say, okay, this is the one
Got it.
and this isn't the one?
When I wanted to actually start listening to my music, everything that I was creating. Because once upon a time, I would not listen back to anything.
Okay.
And maybe it was a subconscious thing, I was running from it, but I don't play. Like, I don't play any instruments. Like, I don't play the piano.
Okay.
Everything that I do is all literally by ear.
Wow.
Everything from harmonies, vocal productions, all of that is by ear. So when I'm in a space like that, it's like, I really didn't like how I did that bridge right there, or it don't sound as good as it sounded earlier.
Right.
So I started really kind of fine-tuning my ear, just being in the rooms with the greats, you know what I'm saying? Seeing how they move and just taking different little gems from them and applying it to myself in that respect. And then watching the reaction of other people once I created whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, maybe I'm probably on the right track now. And then when people are starting to ask me to come in their sessions and write for them, it's like, oh, you probably do got something here.
See, I think that's imperative to know because there's one thing to be in the room with the greats.
Yeah.
It's another thing to know how to move
Yeah.
when you're in that space. You know what I mean? And I think sometimes people have issues with playing their role.
Oh yeah, that humbleness is not in everybody. Like, my thing is, bro, I'm a sponge, in a lot of rooms, bro. Like if number one, I think we've all heard the saying, if you're the smartest person in the room, like
you're in the wrong room.
Yeah. So I'm that person. Like I love, if I don't know something, please teach me. Like I'm willing to learn. I want to always forever evolve. You know, evolve, evaporate. Shout out to Usher. You know what I'm saying? It's that for me, and it's been kind of like a miss sometimes too, because like I could be the person to, and this is not like a poor Corey type of situation with where I'm going with this, but I could be the person to where once I've learned something from you and I'm ready to like show you what I've learned, and I'm thinking I'm impressing you, sometimes it turns into an intimidation thing. So then there's okay, cool, that was nice type deal. Okay, like it looks as though I'm trying to show out, or like I'm trying to, but that's never the case with me. Like my humility is always and forever is gonna be what it is. And that I don't know how to be anywhere else because that's how I was brought up.
I understand that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's funny how you have to be able to massage those situations, because don't take this wrong, but you don't never want to try to outshine sometimes other people that put you in the right situations, because it seems like you trying to be in their spot instead of, no, I'm just creating my own lane, and I want to just say, hey, I appreciate you, and I've been doing the work, and I just want to show you the work.
Yeah, you get.
And here's a gem: intention versus execution. Your intention could be right, but how you go about executing that based off of someone else's personality. The same way I can tell Corey this isn't the same way I could tell Jesse that, because you guys have two different personalities.
Yeah.
So I need to tailor how my execution, regardless of my intention, to say that so that way it can be received in the right light. Absolutely. You know what I mean? So that way you can continue staying in these rooms.
Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir.
How did you wind up even going from just, you know, singing in your mom's womb to actually now getting the opportunity to, you know, be in these rooms?
So I graduated 17 and I moved straight to Atlanta, like the night of my graduation, right?
Wow.
And I ended up, it's a funny story.
Wait, where you from?
I was born in Birmingham, Alabama. Grew up in Atlanta and all that stuff.
Okay, shout out to Alabama. You know, Jeff is from Selma, Alabama.
Word.
Yeah. The security guard, the homie that played Tupac, he's from Selma, Alabama.
Did not know
And he
that.
talks about, man, I've never been to Alabama, but he just talks about how the lifestyle is totally different, and it's so hard to make it out of what that is.
Yes.
And so for you to make it out to Alabama, shout out to anybody from Alabama, but for you to make it out of that situation and not make it out of something, to be playing at the level that you're playing at.
Man, grateful, honestly.
Yeah.
It's because I dream bigger than my surroundings. And I had
15-yard penalty. That is the gym. Say that one more time for the people in the camera. That was crazy.
I dream bigger than my surroundings. Wow. Honestly, man, because, and I'm thankful too, and it's a lot of influences in regards to my aunts and my uncles, you know, even though they were in the military, but, you know, my father would allow me to go and kick it with them, like in other states, whenever they were like stationed other places, which gave me the idea to even dream bigger. You know, you don't know what you're not exposed to. So when you see the things that are not around you and you want a bit more of that, it's like, well, how do I get there? Type deal. So for a full circle moment, you mentioned Omarion earlier. I was a big fan of everybody. I had posters on my wall and stuff as I was growing up from anybody that you can think of, right?
Okay.
So Omarion was on his solo tour.
Okay.
He had just did his first album and everything, and I asked my mom, I was like, yo, like I'm a big fan, like, you know, do you mind if I like just go and just, you know, support? He's gonna be at Best Buy such and such day, but ain't that a school day? I was like, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But,
You see what had happened, man.
See what had happened was, but I still want to go. Like, and she was like, all right, well, you ask your stepfather, because if he'll let you drive, cool, fine, and you take some people with you. I was like, all right, cool. I already know I can get right with you. So we ended up driving over there. Long story short, ended up getting in line and got there, and I will never forget this day. At the time, his name was Taj Sway from V103. He was like, yo, is there anybody out there that can sing? My friend started pointing at me. Yo, my friend can sing.
Yeah. Shout out to the friends. Shout out to the friends.
Oh, snap. When I jumped up on the rack, I was swinging back and forth. He was like, get down. He was like, okay, come on.
Yeah.
So I got up on the stage, and he was like, what you gonna sing for him? I was like, oh, it's for that overtime I'm putting in. Everybody, all the girls.
Went crazy.
He was like, hey, you stay right here.
Yeah.
Don't go nowhere.
Exclusive.
Stay right here. So I stayed in front of the stage, and the dude came up to me. He was like, I need your info. I need all your info or whatnot. He was like, yo, enjoy the show. He was like, we need to chop it up after.
Yeah.
So I watched the whole show. Seen Omarion perform, a few other people that are now like the homies. Omarion's my homie now.
Yeah.
One of the dancers. He's like a big brother to me now. Crazy full circle moment.
Yeah.
So the guy that ended up putting me in front of, some more people, his name was Frank Hagans. He was managing Lil Zane at the time.
Okay, yep. Shout out to Lil Zane.
Yeah, he put me in a group. He wanted me to get artist development. He was like, listen, I just need you to do some artist development. He took me in front of Ludacris, Shaka Zulu, had brought all the ladies into the, office, everything. Like A-Town was cracking.
Yeah.
Sierra was going crazy.
Oh, so you was in the belt line there.
I was in the belt line.
Shout out to the belt line.
Bobby Valentino still had Slow Down. Like, it was a whole moment.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, bet. Like, this is time.
Showtime. Let's go.
I was like, let's do it. So Shaka was like, yo, he's dope. Like, he got all the ladies in here going crazy. He was like, but I just need to hear him on some wax, though. Wax meaning I need demos, studio time, and all of that type of stuff. But I had never had that experience.
Right.
Never. This is just straight country sticks in the, you know what I'm saying, in the church doing my thing. So we didn't get around to doing that for whatever reason, but he was like, hey, before we get in the studio, he was like, I think I need you to get some more artist development. I was like, all right, cool. So he put me in a group. He was, what was the guy? Marvin McIntyre.
Okay. Shout out to Marvin.
Yeah, he, New Edition, Boys to Men. Yeah. So it's that type of line.
Come on, man.
Yeah. So we went through artist development for like 2 years, and I learned a lot of great lessons throughout that period that I still take with me to this day.
Yeah.
And I just got to a point to where I kind of felt stagnant because we were supposed to be, within the first 5 weeks of us being together, we were supposed to have been touring with Neo, Chris Brown, and Trey Songz.
Okay.
It was a tour that they had put together. So we were supposed to have been opening up for that. They took us to the tour, we met everybody, everything, and we were getting ready to start opening up.
Yep.
Member quit the group. Like the 5th week, a week before we was about to get ready to start touring, quit the group. I said, dang, man, like we were right there.
Come on, man. Right. It seems like right when you be 3 feet from goal, 3 feet from goal. Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. Well, back to the drawing board, so we had to find like another member.
Okay.
We brought in somebody else, but it was like a rotation. It just wasn't the right fit.
Because the chemistry, you can sing, but you still got to be able to have your role. You know what I mean?
That part, and it just really didn't happen the way that we wanted to. So, I was in college at that time too, and I'm like, all right, man, this is not really going the way I needed to go. You know what I mean? Much love to y'all, but I'm gonna try to see if we can do this elsewhere. So I started doing YouTubes after the fact, and
wait, before you hit the YouTube, let's go back to high school. When you left high school and you went straight to Atlanta.
Yeah. Oh, so went straight.
What made you? Because a lot of people talk about taking a leap.
Yeah.
What was the moment where you was like, I'm taking this leap. This is what it is. I'm just going for it.
Because I knew how I felt every time I was riding back down I-20 to go back home. I was like, I'm not getting this same energy. Like, whatever is happening in Atlanta, like, I need that 24/7.
Yeah.
Whatever that thing is,
I
need grips on it. Heavy. And mom, like, I love y'all to death, but I'm good.
I gotta go get what's for me.
Got to go. I gotta put me first, Lucius. You feel me? Like, I got to, man.
Yeah.
But that was the driving factor, man. And I had, family there in Atlanta too, so it was an easy transition. Super easy. Mama, she was in the passenger side with. That's crazy because my mom was on the passenger side with me when I went to Atlanta.
Yeah.
My dad was on the passenger side with me when I came out here to LA. That's crazy.
Dope,
Parents
bro.
kept me covered.
It's funny when you started rethinking and looking at your timeline of life, all the different experiences and how things played out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So we went through this. So we got to Atlanta. So now you started doing YouTube.
Started doing my YouTubes and whatnot, just trying to see if I can build a fan base. You know what I'm saying? I'm just in my dorm room or whatnot. And I think the first song I did was like Pleasure P's Boyfriend Number 2.
Yeah.
Like over 500,000 views in like the first 2 months.
Sheesh.
I'm like, all right.
Viral.
You know what I'm saying? Before viral was viral. You know what I'm saying? So then I started, hitting some friends of mine. I'm very good friends with Tweet's daughter, Tashana.
Okay, shout out to Tweet. Shout out to Tashana.
We did Neo and Carrie Hilson's Knock You Down. Millions of views on that.
Yeah.
And just started like building.
So you've been $1 million man for a long time is what it sounds like.
Finding my way, you hear me? Man, finding my way.
Yeah,
man.
Look, I mean, you had something else that go viral with the fellas too.
Yeah.
I remember the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wow.
Yeah. I pay attention. The streets be watching. The streets watch. You know what I'm saying? You didn't know, but we know.
That's wild. Yeah, 11 million views on that.
Yeah. Y'all ate on that.
That was like on the humble. Shouts out to my cousin Jeremy Strong.
Shout out to the cousin Jeremy.
Yeah, man. He's doing major things. Like what he's been doing with Jason Derulo is crazy. He's creative director, choreographer, a whole nine, and he's been doing some amazing things. He got something even bigger. I'm gonna let him tell his own news.
Yeah, big shout out to Jason Derulo. Shout out to the cousin. You know what I'm saying? That's dope.
Man. It was dope, bro. So and then, to bring that full circle moment around, and then to be touring with Omarion and singing background for him after the fact, it was like my 17-year-old self was like losing his mind. Like I said, bro, did you think that this would really happen? Like this?
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah.
That's my dog, man. Like that is my dog. Coolest person known to man.
Okay.
Like,
Well, here's the thing. How did you handle like going from 17-year-old Corey in the country to Man, being in front of stage with millions of people, bro. How do you handle that, bro? That's crazy.
I don't. Honestly, man, it's not a thing that you process in the moment that it's happening.
Yep.
It's like something. As soon as you hit that stage, bro, it's like something that it's a switch that goes.
Yeah.
It's like I got a duty to fulfill.
Yep.
But it's like I can be the person in front of all of these people that I am in the mirror when I'm alone.
15-yard penalty. That's another Jim. Say it again. Say it again for the people in the back of the church.
It's like I can be the person in front of these people, the same person that I am when I'm alone, because that's where I'm getting my conditioning. That's where I'm getting it wrong. Like, that's where I'm finding new creative ways to build the person that is standing in front of you right now.
Yeah.
And then to get the response from there, it's like, oh, okay, cool. I'm ready for this again.
Yeah.
Again.
Talk about
One more time again.
So what he said was, if you're not paying attention, the work you do in silence, when ain't nobody watching, that's where I can make all my mistakes. That's where I can figure things out. So that way on game day, what you see in the game, I already did 1,000 times before you even seen it. You just seeing the result of the practice.
That's facts.
Okay, my bad.
Because it's been a lot of times, man, and I'm telling you, it wasn't easy either. Like, only because, like, even though I knew that God had blessed me with something, it was plenty of times I hopped up on that stage and got in my head. I went into the white room. I'm like, oh crap, I'm up here, and such is in the audience, and oh crap. Like, it was this one time, bro. This is where it clicked for me, and I said, you cannot do it ever again.
Yeah.
I got asked to do a tribute to Brandy. Downtown LA.
Wow, the Bible, the human vocal Bible.
Have always looked up to this woman.
Yeah,
She's everything for me.
Yeah,
right?
shout out to Brandy.
So I go and we have rehearsals for it. I'm with a certain band, and we going through. I was supposed to do Baby, and I was supposed to do the Whitney Houston tribute she did for the BET Awards.
Wow.
So it was 2 performances that I had that night. Long story short, the band bounced that I was rehearsing with. They switched out right before I was able to go on to do mine. But throughout the process, they were skipping like the line of like how people were supposed to be going, and I missed Baby, didn't get to perform that, and then like other people started going and performing more times than a little bit, and it's like 1 o'clock is approaching, and we started this event at 9 p.m. Like, Brandy, she's a trooper, but I'm like, dang, I probably won't even get my opportunity.
Yeah.
Well, they called me up there anyway, and I ended up doing it. But it just wasn't the vibe that I needed. Like, they turned on
whole
this song,
energy was
it
totally
just
different.
Was
Yeah,
off.
yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah,
all right, can we stop? Like, I said, Brandy's sitting right in front of me. Like, I don't want to mess this up. The band turns around. I turn around to the band, and they're like, so what do you want us to do? I said, do you know Baby? The drummer was like, no. I said, you don't know Baby? Brandy, like, in my head, I'm like, she's standing right here, bro. You can't just, don't do that to me. He was like, no, I don't know Baby. I'm like, turned around to the audience and said, bump it. Y'all know Baby?
Yeah.
Turned around, started singing a cappella, right?
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I'm like, I cannot go into the white room in front of this woman. Like, this is my idol.
Yeah.
This will not happen. I gotta figure this out some type of way. Started singing, man. I would like to get to know if I could be. Everybody started vibing with me, right? DJ, boom, baby. Whole room went up. I'm like,
went crazy.
God.
Look at Jesus.
That's what he do it every time.
You had
man.
another plan.
And worked it out. I had the best performance that night because of how things were going down and how I took control of it, because I didn't want it to go down in flames. As soon as I went over to Brandy, she walked up to me. She said, and that's a true performer. She said, that's how you take control of that situation. I still have the picture of her touching my chest. As we were talking. I was like, Jesus. Like, but it was those moments I was like, never again will I ever allow any type of emotion, nervousness, fear, or any of that take over the gift that God has given me, because I'm putting you in rooms for a reason. Show up. Show up.
Huh? 15-yard penalty. That's a gem. Say it again for the people in the back of the church.
God said, I am putting you on this platform for a reason. Show up.
Huh?
And I would never.
And not just show up, show out.
Show out.
What you mean?
Show out.
Like shout out to Dr. Ife Williams. That's my homegirl. She's Dick Gregory's best friend. Woo. She wrote Dick Gregory's book, Wake Up and Stay Woke. Wow. She said when she was doing, if y'all don't know who she is, look her up. She did a lot of activist work for our people, bro. She is like, wow, she's really that. She's her. Like, for real. She said this bar, I said it on another show, but I don't care. It's so fitting right now. She says that God and fear cannot exist in the same space.
Cannot.
She said, because if you believe in what I gave you and you know who I am and you know whose you are, then what is the problem? What is the problem? Fear is supposed to happen. You're supposed to get nervous. You're supposed to, because guess what? If you never had those moments, why would you need me? So I allow you to have those moments to humble you, to remind you, so that way your ego don't get in the way, because ego stands for edging God out. When did you become all of that? You wouldn't even have what you have if I didn't give what you had. And your talents ain't even yours. Your talents are a gift to the world. Because if you never showcase your talents, how will we know that you're talented?
Somebody.
Okay, so I ain't gonna go in too much because Corey about to get me started. I'm trying to behave. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my Corey. Man, don't get me going, Corey. But no, first of all, I commend you.
Thank you, brother.
And I appreciate you for even sharing the vulnerable moment, because you're not the only upcoming singer, actor, performer that's gonna have that moment. Where things go left. As a director, things go left all the time. Murphy's Law, and we gotta figure it out. The sun's good, we gotta make our day. We gotta figure, you know what I'm saying? So being able to make the adjustments are a beautiful thing in life, because it helps you grow. Yeah. If you can't adjust, then why, there's no point, you know what I mean? You'll stay stuck. The adjustment is where you figure out things to get to the next level. So be flexible. Don't be so concrete. Don't be just so one way, because life will throw you different things to see if you can adjust. Are you prepared for what I'm asking for? Probably as a little kid when you were hanging up all those posters. I want to sing in front of this person one day. I want to work with this person one day. You said all these different things. Okay, now what?
Right.
Oh, no, you thought you had a band. You thought it was going to go how you thought it was going to go. But if it would have went the way you thought it was going to go, it wouldn't have turned out the way I say it's going to go. So I need to throw this test in front of you, so that way after you're done making the adjustments, or that way after you're done going through the rain of the situation, Brandy's hug was the rainbow. Amen. And I know that meant more to you for her to say, bro, this is an act of a true artist than just performing for her.
Facts.
Because there's levels to congratulations. Ooh. And your adjustment allowed you to get something that you weren't even expecting.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
And matter of fact, let's cook. Let's have some fun. You done turn me up. Because I remember when you was going to Broadway. You shrugged my shoulders, and my brother was a little nervous. He was like, man, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of this. It's a yang. I ain't trying to hear it, Corey. Because heavy is the crown.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, heavy's the crown.
Yes, indeed.
And look at my brother now. See, you don't look the same way you look when you left to go to New York to go do all that you did. You don't look the same way you look when you was in practice and you were tired and you were sweating and you was like, man, I got another day of this. It's a lot. But yeah, I remember the post. Yeah. I remember the post. Like, share. Because now look at you on stage performing. Look at all the characters. Not just one character. Look at all the many personalities that you're playing now, though, bro.
Yes, sir.
And people are paying top dollar for it, and it's worth every single penny.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, we back to the Brandy congratulations. Full circle moment. We back to the Brandy congratulations, because before it happened, you had to make some adjustments in your life.
Facts. Major facts.
You had to leave LA, you had to leave your comfortability, but you've been doing that since you was younger.
True.
Yeah. Guess what? Because I remember, I listened really well, because Corey talked about how he had family in Atlanta. He had family in the military, and his parents allowed him to go to all these different places. And Corey says sometimes you got to think bigger than what you dream, your environment. Your dreams have to be bigger than your environment. And so the fact that he was able to go see family in all these different places, it got you comfortable. And guess what? Broadway is everywhere. Wow. You know what I'm saying? It got you comfortable. See, this preparation from a long time ago when you was a kid, when you was going to see all your family members that was in the military. See, the more you travel, the more you got used to traveling. Well, guess what you got to do in your profession? Travel. True. Guess what you got to do? Handle different people. True. Talk to different people a different way. You're going to see different artists from all over the world. So when you went to Atlanta as a kid at 17 years old and you got in front of all these different people, it ain't nothing new now. Because you've been doing this for a long time. Wow. And now that you're in the room, you know how to stay in the room, and you know how to shine without dimming someone else's light. And that's why people are saying, hey, I want to work with Corey. I'm going to try to, hey, Eric Bellinger, let me write with you. Let me give you some gems. Not only I want to write with you, but iron sharpens iron, little bro. Let me give you some gems and get you right, little bro. Yes, indeed. And now guess what we're listening to on Apple and streaming? Interest. See, these are seeds that was from a long time ago, and now you're just in the harvest of your life, and the world gets to hear and see what the harvest is like. Yeah! Yeah! You know, and look, wow. I get to sit here and navigate, and I get to sit here and talk about it, because what y'all don't know is I'm not from California either. I'm from Michigan. I met Corey at Monday Night Vibes, you know what I'm saying? And we kicked it, and it was always a vibe, and it was always love, and I would always just say, bro, I don't know, bro. I just want to tell you, bro, I see you. Bro, you got that oil on you, bro. I don't know what God gonna do with you, bro, but he gonna do something big, bro. And we linked up, we was cool, we followed each other, you know what I'm saying? We would compliment each other anytime he got the son, shout him out for his birthday, all that. Wow. And then one day I said, hey, Corey, I got this podcast that I'm starting. I would love for you to show up. Bro was like, it's nothing. For me to go through everything that I've been through, to have Corey Mekell in my living room right now on Whispering to Your Soul, bro, you don't know what you mean to me.
Love, bro.
So I get to tell you thank you. Your testimony on this platform that God gave me to share means everything, bro, because a lot of people only see Corey Mekell, the superstar. They don't get to see the 17-year-old kid. They don't get to see the guy who had to make the adjustments in front of Brandy. They don't really get to see all the hard work that you're doing for Broadway.
Wow.
They don't get to see that you took Harold's Chicken and made it lit with karaoke.
Jeez.
See, you've been doing something a long time ago. You've been planting seeds a long time ago, and now we're just getting to see the harvest. Most time, people just see the harvest. They don't see the seed, the time, the work, pulling the weeds, the watering, the nurturing, the talk to, the I don't want to give up. We never knew nothing about a singing group. We never knew nothing about a member right before you was about to take off leaving. We never knew nothing about another member not fitting.
True.
You see what I'm saying? We don't know nothing about that. And that's lightweight problems that you've been through.
Yeah.
That ain't even like really Pandora's box, but a Costco sample of that. So this leads me to this, right? Because this, what you about to say right now, and I don't even know what you're about to say, is going to free so many people. That's how crazy this is. How do you solve your problems, Corey? How do you keep pushing? How do you keep going? How do you stay focused? Because you have, like, a lot of people would love to be where you are, but they don't know what's required to be where you are. So how do you solve your problems so that way you can continue growing? Because where you are isn't even the last level of where you want to be. So how does Corey Mekell problem solve? How do you not give up? What's your why? What's your motivation? What's your story to keep you going on them days where you just be like, man, God, sheesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very simple answer, bro.
Okay.
My aunt, who is literally like my best friend, my Aunt Deborah.
Shout out to Aunt Deborah.
She told me from, when I first started this journey, like, I know you are very much so unsure where you're going in life, but if you, Proverbs 3, 5, and 6.
Come on.
If you trust in the Lord.
With all.
Thine heart. And lean not.
To your own.
Understanding. Acknowledge him.
In all thy ways. Come on now.
He shall direct thy path. So that took all the weight off, which means.
Flag on the play. That's a bomb verse. One more time for the people.
Trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not to thine own understanding. In all ways, acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. That immediately took all the weight off. And I knew that weapons would form, but I knew that they would never prosper.
Can you say that part again? The first part, because I think when people hear that, Marvin said, no weapon will form against me shall prosper, they don't mean that weapon's not gonna happen. What does that mean?
You're gonna face adversity. There are gonna be hurdles.
Yeah.
There are gonna be some trying times.
Come on.
You will be challenged more times than a little bit.
Come on.
But what about the promise I made for you? And that's all you have to do is simply, when you believe that wholeheartedly, there's a different type of confidence you walk with. That faith hit a little different. That faith walking the way you sit and shit.
Jesse, he's cooking right now.
It's a little different. And it really do.
Yeah.
Because I believe in him that much. I've seen what he's done for me. So I'm never going to question what's ahead of me. I've seen where he brought me from. If people really know, really know. And a lot of people in my hometown still can't believe, like, how did you do it? I didn't stop whatever he had coming my way. I didn't get in the way of that.
15-yard penalty. That's another gem. One more time, because a lot of times we block our own blessings. You are where you are right now because of all your decisions of yesterday. And if you don't like where you are, you need to make new decisions, which means you got to evaluate you.
Come on now. Literally. It is there.
Accountability, responsibility to you. That means you got to start lying to yourself if you want something different. Sometimes we can be our biggest liars. I'm going to drop a gem real quick. Your biggest enemy is your INNER. That's self-talk. How do you if there's life and death in what we speak, how do you speak to yourself? How do you speak about your dream? How do you talk to your vision? How do you talk to the people around you? Because you never know who's going to be the person to throw you the alley-oop.
Come on, man.
Do you show up on time? Are you prepared? In the military, they say piss poor planning leads to piss poor production. Are you piss poor at what you do, but yet you want great results? It don't make no sense. It don't go together. Can you be consistent and disciplined to your dream?
Come on, man.
Consistency, discipline, and love. And here's the gem that I left out on purpose. You got to learn how to forgive yourself because you're not going to be perfect on the journey. When you know how to forgive yourself and really forgive yourself, forgiveness doesn't mean I'm going to keep doing the same thing. Forgiveness means I'm going to forgive myself to learn from it, not to do it again. And I'm going to have the consistency and discipline to make different choices, to show up different. And life has no choice but to obey. Because when you show up on life differently, life is different. But if you show up the same, then stop complaining about life.
It's very simple.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on.
Yes, indeed.
So talk to us about Broadway. Talk to us a little bit, man.
Broadway has really, really made me show up for myself.
Huh?
It really has, bro.
Look how the conversation just landed at.
Man, it really has, because there's one thing that they tell us. We don't know what you don't know. Only you know that.
Say it again.
We don't know what you don't know.
Okay.
Only you know that.
Facts.
We can give you the material all day long, but when it's time for you to get on that stage and we call you to do A, B, and C, you better be ready.
Yeah.
That's what we're paying you for.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it put me in a space to where zero excuses, because you know what you're doing. You know the time frame that was given, which was very short, minute, but you got the skill set, which is why we hired you.
Yeah.
Show us what you got. Right? So with that, I was able to stretch myself vocally, really show up acting wise.
Yeah.
Because I had to remember, like, even though this is something that I did as a kid to show for my parents and stuff, we doing all this stuff, we in school.
Yeah.
You know, people are paying real money. You don't know what they did for that to get that ticket, right?
Say it again for the people.
People are paying real money. You don't know what sacrifices they had to make or how hard they had to work to get that ticket.
Yeah.
And they are coming to be wowed.
Yeah.
They deserve that.
Yeah.
So I don't care if a few of the cast members then got into it right before the show done started. Somebody woke up a little too late. You tired because you was hanging out the night before.
Yeah, talk
you
about
knew
it.
You had to be here at this certain particular time.
Talk about it. Come on now.
So with that being said, show up. And I'm ready for a great show. 2.5 hours worth. High endurance all the way through. I don't want to see nothing dip unless it's supposed to be in that show.
Yeah.
And that's what taught me, like, all right, bro, this is really where it's at for you now.
Yeah.
Like, and you don't know who's in that audience.
Yeah,
either.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You don't know what type of conversations are being had in this world about you.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, God, if you're giving me this, I'm gonna like really, 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 really lock in the best that I've ever done in anything that I've done in my life.
Yeah.
From all the artists that I've worked with, all the rooms that I've been in, this is mine.
Yeah.
You know, this is mine.
Come on, man.
I want to show up not just for myself, but for you, God, because you gave me this opportunity.
15-yard penalty. Say it again.
Yeah, I want to show up just for you, God. Like, not for me. Not solely for me. Like, this is my way of saying thank you. I'm going to put in that work. I'm going to go those extra hours. Like, we only had 3 weeks to get ready for this, by the way.
That's crazy.
3
bro.
weeks. And
That means you up all day, all night,
Man,
eating.
And I'm a swing, so we don't get the same type of attention as the principals on the
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's you better be ready.
Yeah.
The first time I was ever to do that show, from beginning to end, I was in front of a whole audience. I had not rehearsed with everybody. I had not fully went over all the music arrangements. I had not ran lines with all of these people, like from beginning, not one time.
Wow.
They trusted me that much. And when they saw what I could do, man, the company manager, he never even comes out of his office when we on that stage.
Yeah.
As soon as I got off of one of those one segment I did, he was standing off to the side, gave me the biggest hug.
Yeah.
He said, I knew you were good. He said, but my God, man, you are phenomenal.
Yeah.
When I tell you that man did something to me, bro. Because there's people that, y'all been doing this, so you're not easily wowed. This is talent that comes through every day often, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
When he did that for me, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Which has also led to some other great opportunities.
It's not what you just did physically, Corey. Because you got a lot of people that get up there sing, dance, you know what I'm saying? But when your spirit and your heart in the right place, bro.
Man.
See, that's what people don't get. People can perform, people can sing, but in acting, they say it's never the words. It's the subtext. See, the subtext of your performance, how you sung and what was under the singing. It was when your spirit, when we kids, bro, in church, this little light of mine.
Come on.
I'm going to let it shine.
Man.
See, it wasn't the words, but it's this little light.
Yeah.
It's this little light that he gave me.
Yes, indeed.
And guess what? This whole time I've been shaping it, I've been molding, and I've been getting it right for a moment like this.
Ooh. Man, that just told. So when I was in a group, right, there was a vocal coach that we had. His name, rest in peace, James Slaughter.
Rest in power and love.
Man, he told me, he said, Corey, something I want you to always take with you. I was 17 years old.
Yeah.
He said, a star will shine no matter where you put it.
Come on, man. Stop
He
playing,
said,
bro.
You can throw a rock over. He was like, there's going to be a ray of something somewhere that's going to like catch somebody's eye. You know, like if you're in a room or something and like somebody flicker a light or something, it's like that's you.
There are no small roles.
Man.
There are no small roles. Ain't nothing small about me. When I show up, I'm going to show out. Look, nobody has never even heard a whispering to your soul, but I promise you, you're going to hear whispering to your soul when it's all said and done.
Talk about
it. I promise you.
Talk about it.
When I tell you I didn't have a piece of furniture up in here, but I had a vision.
Come on, man.
When I was doing security in a parking lot talking to myself, at least that's what they thought I was talking to, but I was in Madison Square Garden. I was at the Staples Center. I was at Crypto. I was worldwide. I was on Broadway. I was right here. But guess what? It led it to the living room. And guess what? Right now, I promise you, this is an exclusive. I've never said this on the show. We will be the #1 podcast. Not because of me, not because of the guests, but because of the spirit of the show.
Come on,
it ain't got nothing to do with the flesh. It has everything to do with the spirit and the authenticity of people's real, authentic stories. Because it's enough toxic BS on the internet, on the radio, on billboards, on TV, everywhere you go. But guess what? It ain't too much people really showing love. And guess what I know? I'm going to let y'all in on a secret. Let me get a little closer. The secret is, my bad, I mean to cut off Corey Cameron. The secret is unity and love is the antivirus to the system of oppression. So when I got unity right here, and I can show my brother real authentic love, you can't tell me it ain't gonna work. You can't tell me.
Every day, all day.
Every time someone come on this show, me and Jesse, we gonna make sure that we got a foot massager, a drink, food, whatever it takes for a person to feel like this is nothing but love, but it's done authentically. And that is the secret. That's the formula. That's the secret sauce. Just authentically being me. And allowing this man to authentically shine because you deserve it, bro. I'm so freaking proud of you, bro.
Thank you, man.
And this is just a Costco sample of what he's doing for you.
Ooh,
Nigga, do you not know the Broadway preparation and what they're talking about in the other rooms? See, because now we need to know if you can handle it.
Ooh, yeah.
Huh? Yeah. So God, Corey says, I want this, Lord. Yeah, I hear you, Corey. But I got this for you. I got this for you. Truly. But in order for you to get this, in order for you to get to the top of the mountain, Corey, y'all ready? Because this goes for y'all too. In order to get to the other side where y'all claim y'all want to be, there's requirements.
Yes, indeed.
And Corey, you've met the requirements. See, you met it in private, and then you showcased it in public, and now they're having different conversations about you. I can't talk about you the same. I can't talk about you the same from the little kid that was kicking in his mama's stomach. Yeah, I can't. The little kid that said, hey, I can sing a Marion. Hey, me. You know what I'm saying? Watch me. Right. But guess what? Every time you met the requirement, a new door unlocked. Now you're on Broadway. You got 3 weeks. I ain't practiced. No excuses, you said.
Right. True.
And now you met the requirement. Man, let me give you a hug, bro. You might not know, but I got something for you that you ain't seen yet. You know why? Because I can trust you because you meet the requirements. See, we want blessings, but we don't want the requirements of the blessing.
Whoa. Yeah. You're not going to get it without it.
Bro, see, here's the fun thing, Corey. I know we're on Whispering to Your Soul, but I don't even know if you know the new level that you just unlocked with what you just did on Broadway. Because you don't, like you said, I don't know who was in the room. I don't know who I performed for. But what I do know is I showed up my best and I made sure that they got their money's worth. Man. Do you know what happens when you give people their money's worth? New money show up.
And we'll take it.
New opportunities show up.
We'll take it.
New blessings show up.
On,
new houses show up. New cars show up. New things for mama show up. New things for the family that showed you around and took you around. Stop playing, Corey.
Yes,
stop playing, bro.
That's exactly how it goes. Yeah.
But guess what? New levels, new devils.
Every time.
Hello.
But we're equipped.
Because you've been practicing a long time ago.
Come on, man.
I've been practicing in church when the microphones didn't want to work.
Come on, man.
Guess what? I'm in front of Brandy. Guess what? The band that say they don't know the song, but guess what? I know it. So we're going to do it a cappella. I know how to make an adjustment. New adjustments, new blessings.
Come on now. It's true.
Hey, I don't know. Listen, stop complaining, bro.
Yeah.
Stop complaining and make the adjustment. Because I'm going to give you one more gem. Jesse going to give me a 15-yard penalty. Somebody wish they was alive to have your type of problems. Huh?
Run that back.
Huh? Huh? Somebody wishes they were alive to have your type of problems. Somebody in the graveyard would celebrate what you're going through if they just had one more chance.
Oh my God. Wow.
And when you really think about that, it leads me to my favorite quote that we do on every show. My man, Amir Suleiman, you got to check out this poem. He says, one day, you, Corey, will be somebody's ancestor. Act accordingly. Huh?
Wow.
Huh? And
Wow.
then I'm going to remix it. So forgive me, Amir. I'm going to remix it, but I got to put my little bit of adobo sazon on it. He says, do you not know that death has mounted its steed and it's been chasing you since the day you were born, Corey? The question, Corey, is will it find you in your purpose or your excuses?
I think we know the answer to that.
Huh? And that's why you... Huh? It's greater than the heat that's in me, the heat that's in the... See, they see the light, Corey. Last gym, and I'm gonna let you cook one more time. I was on the set with Mr. T, right? And I asked Mr. T because, you know, he's been in the game forever.
Oh, yeah. Legend.
I said, I watched him walk in. This man shook the janitor's hand, background's hand, everybody's hand, all the way to the director. And I said, wow. So I'm doing standing work for him or whatever. So I'm blessed. Shout out to TJ, his son. Shout out to Mr. T. I said, bro, how do you keep your peace in the midst of all of this? He said, I take my Bible everywhere I go. And one thing that I learned how to do is I learned how to separate my talent from me. See, the talent is the light that everybody sees, everybody judges. Everyone's going to have something to say about that. See, if you get too high on your own talent, you'll start thinking that you're all of that. But then guess what? The same way that you love the cheers, the booze will kill you.
Yeah, every time.
If you attach it to yourself, to the talent. But when I separate myself and say, okay, this is the gift that God gave me to give to them. And they can say whatever they want to say about the gift.
Yeah.
But it ain't got nothing to do with me as a person.
Come on, man.
Because I'm playing a character. Sometimes we think you're actually really David Ruffin because you're so damn good. We really think you're David. But you're really Corey. Yeah. You're just giving us the gift of David. Yeah. So when you're able to separate David from Corey, and Corey can still have his personal life, Corey can still have his peace, it don't matter what they say about David no more. Because I showed up.
Yeah.
So whatever they say, I can't stop anyway.
Come on, man.
But guess what? I'm not going to let what they say steal my joy, steal my peace, steal my love, steal my thoughts, steal my process, steal my hard work and everything that I got to do. Because guess what? A month later, I got to show up as David again. My next show, I got to be David again or a new character or whatever they need me to be. I got to make sure that the gift is ready. So it's Corey's job to prepare the gift to give to the people.
Come on, man.
One more time, if y'all didn't catch it. It's your job to prepare the gift that God gave you, which is your talent.
Come on.
To serve the people.
Come on, man.
And if you don't like your bank account, maybe you ain't served enough people. My bad, Corey. I'm doing too much. I'm doing too much, bro. My bad.
It's received.
Oh, yeah, I mean.
The ears ain't listening. They are tuned in, man.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do,
You know?
bro. I do.
Stop burying your gifts before you get buried. Hello? One day you're going to be buried. Les Brown says the richest place is the graveyard from all the unborn ideas. Do not add to it. You are worthy of your purpose. You are worthy of your gift. You are worthy of your talent. We only celebrating Corey right now, not because Corey's special, not because he's different than anybody else. It's because he was consistent and disciplined to the gift that God gave him, and he honors it. And now he's giving the gift to us, and we can celebrate what you've given us.
Love.
You feel me?
Absolutely.
It's your discipline. It's your consistency. It's how you show up. It's your professionalism. It's your essence. It's your spirit, bro. And you've been molding it, shaping it, staying in shape, eating healthy, doing what's required to be the talent that I'm talking to right now. So if you want to be in this seat, cheer for Corey. If you want to be in this seat, go follow on any streaming platform. Interest. Check out what he's doing. And the great Denzel said, don't try to be the next Corey, be the first you.
Facts.
But understand why Corey is a return on investment. And if you're listening to the show, Corey gave away a lot of gems about why he's a return on investment and why people show up. You knew you weren't supposed to be out late. You knew you shouldn't have been drinking. You knew practice was required. You know what you don't know, so you better go ask somebody so you can learn it. Because when it's showtime, ain't no excuses. You got to show up. You got to give. Listen, he gave so many gems. Please pay attention. Because if you do and you show up and it's required, if you show up and you're disciplined and you're doing all the things that you're doing, you'll be Corey one day. You'll be in that position. Or LeBron James. How can LeBron James play at this age? Well, they say LeBron James' work ethic is different. His organization is different. How he shows up, how he schedules it, and he follows a regimen. What regimen do you follow? Then stop complaining about the results. So Corey, how can we find you? How can we support you? And before you give your social media, if you have any gems that you want to tell any young Corey, Mekell, any 17-year-old Corey out there, how to get to their dream, can you give them that? And then can you give them your social?
Absolutely. I'll just sum it up on what he said, which was so well articulated. Strivers achieve what dreamers believe.
15-yard penalty! Say it again, Corey!
Strivers achieve what dreamers believe.
And what does that mean to you, Corey? Just for the audience, because sometimes everybody can't vibrate on that frequency. So can we give that for, you know what I'm saying?
There's a thing where we can have hope and want and wishes all the time. We can have it all the time, but if there's no execution, there's no preparation, if there's no discipline, if there's no God like steering that, best of luck to you, you know? It may work out, but it'll be just for that little bit of time because he sees all. He knows your story before you even started. You stay fixated on him, trust me, you will be wild. Proof.
You did. And where can we find you on social media, Corey?
My socials are COREYMEKELL on all streaming platforms. Yeah. Everything. I make it easy. You find me on every last one of them with that name, Corey Mekell.
That part. You hear me? Shout out to Mom for naming him Corey Mekell. Shout out to Mom for being disciplined, being loving, being nurturing. Shout out to Garma for just being everything, the matriarch of it all. You feel me? So shout out to the whole family. You know what I mean? Big shout out to you, Corey. I want to say thank you for showing up.
Thank you for having me, brother.
I feel like I'm on Broadway right now because you just didn't show up, you showed out. You know what I mean? I can't wait for people to hear this story, hear your love letter to yourself, because one day we won't be here. Yeah. But one day they'll be able to come back, watch this video, and talk about how you inspired them, how you touched their heart, and how you changed their lives. So don't be surprised if one day you get a DM and say, Corey, I watched your interview. And you don't know what your interview did for my career. Great. You shout out to Tupac's mama, Feeney. She says, Corey, that you'll be the spark to the flame of the next generation. Man. So thank you for being a spark to the next generation, but also being a spark on Whispering to Your Soul. We love you. We appreciate you. We have nothing but respect. Let us know when you're performing. We're going to show up and show out for you. Love. We'll get tickets, whatever we need to do. Let us know when interest drop. We'll repost it. We'll do whatever we need to do. So that way, you know what I'm saying, we're a part of this Corey Mekell machine. Love. You know what I mean? Thank you, brother. And we don't have no problem with playing our role. Hey. You feel me? Sure. That goes a long way. So thank you for showing up, show out. This is your boy, King Jaquel Martin, with another fire episode. You can check us out at Whispering to Your Soul, or you can check me out on my Instagram. That's KINGJAQUELLMARTIN. You feel me? That's our episode. Straight like that.
Yes, sir. Easy.